Narayanaaya. Great friends, welcome you all to the study of Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, third Utpatthi Prakaranam. In this, we are seeing Leelopakhyanam, Mother Saraswati Leela Samvada. Before that, it is Vaashishtha Rama Samvada. In today's new SARGA beginning, of which we chanted yesterday, the mantras, 22nd SARGA, the topic itself suggests to us what is containing. Vignana Abhyasa Varnanam. As much it is important to gain the Tattva Vijnana, so much it is important to do the Abhyasa. You know, uh, in Vedantic language, it's called as to remove the uh, Abhavana and Asambhavana and Viparita Bhavana. Even after gaining the knowledge, still our vasanas, our habits, our again and again tending back for believing the world to be real. To remove that, this abhyasa, like in Vyavahara also, some negative habits, even though we give up, again they chase us. So we have to again and again rethink, recontemplate, and protect ourselves from, uh, you know, uh, becoming prey to them. है ना? पूरा अनुभूति होने तक हमें विज्ञान का भी अभ्यास करना है. Vijnana Abhyasa, in again the regular language, can also be called as Nididhyasanam. In the Nididhyasanam, after the thorough understanding, after Mananam Chintanam, through all the logics, quotations, that I am Brahman and everything is Brahman. So my upadhis and the world's Rupanama, they are only Kalpita. So they are not real, they are Kalpita, they are not real. Neti, neti, neti. That is done in Nididhyasana. So too, in the world, every Rupanama is Brahman. That Vyavahara ke vaste, maybe sometime that Rupanama may be there, but it is not real. That is called Nididhyasana Abhyasa Vyatireka. So too, the Upadhis too are neither real nor mine. That is the Vyatireka Abhyasa with regard to ourselves. Nididhyasana mein. The other aspect is I am Brahman, Jagat is Brahman. That's Satchit Brahma. See, even Buddhi can be used. Everything is existing, so the existence is Brahman. So in this way, uh, Abhyasa by sitting at one place to begin with. Later on, throughout the day, ability to do the Abhyasa. That we have to catch. That we have to master. All these things when we discuss in the class, they're all the seeds sown in us. If we maintain our Shraddha, Bhakti for Adhyatmikata and Satsanga and little study, these seeds slowly grow that they become our own knowledge, our conviction. Then we really start doing the things. That's why we discuss them here. Okay, now chanting is done of this Sarga. Let us do the study of few mantras today. Let us see what it is giving us. 5 minutes for our mantrocharanas. Om, Om, Om. Remember, all these chantings also part of sadhana only. Whichever mantras you know, chant them with your full awareness, alertness. If you don't know them, listen them with full alertness and awareness. In this, all prayer sankalpas are there, which is a very essential sadhana. That's why Bhagavan is making us do every day. We can just drop it like in many places they don't do. But we need it for our hearts to get deeply involved in these sadhanas. These sankalpas, chanting serve for that purpose. When that purpose is served from the heart, we ourselves will know that anyway we have entered into that zone. Now no need of these prayers and संकल्प तो पता चलेगा. अब तो वो स्थिति आई नहीं, इसलिए इनका हमें तो जरूरत है. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारद आदि श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः सर्वेषां तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां भक्ति ज्ञान योग वेदांत आदि प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणां आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासुनां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापने नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ते तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठ अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सुदिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रकरण मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखघनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं Vande Vishuddham Padam Jnanadevatmano Moksha Natu Karma Samadhibihi Ajñātosau Svasadrusyam Srujatyeveti Kirtyate. Om Tasmai Shri Gurave Vasishthamunaye Nityam Namaskurmahe Vishwamitra Munim Sharanyamanagam Bhuyo Namasyamyaham Tasmai Valmikaye Shri Gurutama Gurave Bhuri Bhavairnata Smaha Purnananda Swabhavaha Swajanahita Krute Mayayopattakayah Karunyaduddidir Shurjanamanavaratam Mohapanke Nimagnam Avishyantarvasishtam Bahiravikalayan Shishyabhavam Vitene Yasamvadena Shastramruta Jaladhimamum Ramachandram Prapadye Om Brahmananda Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Rama Sharanam Mama Om Shri Ramayana Sharanam Mama Om Shri Vasishtha Sharanam Mama Om Shri Vishwamitra Sharanam Mama Om Shri Valmiki Sharanam Mama Om Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Om Shri Narada Sharanam Mama Om Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Om Shri Rama Sharanam Mama. Friends, this Sarga 22 is ditto nothing but our great Mandukya operation. Both the Agama Prakarana main 12 mantras and the other three Vaitatya Advaita Alata Shante Prakaranas have got prerana from this. That's why you can see Gaudapadaji, his writings of those Karikas and Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana go close together. We have studied that text, therefore, it's not as much difficult to us as it is to the fresh minded. Or fresh people means those are first time listening to this subject. Beautiful, thank God, such a great Mandukya. Here we are getting what you call reminded again by Sri Vasishtha ji, Mother Saraswati ji. Okay. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Shastram. Trutiya Utpatthi Prakaranam Leelopakhyanam VIGNANA ABHYASA VARNANAM नाम द्वाविंशः सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्री देवी उवाच स्टार्टिंग फर्स्ट मंत्र ओम यथा स्वप्न परिज्ञानात् स्वप्नदेहो न वास्तवः अनुभूतोऽपि अयं तद्वत् वासना तानवादसतु ब्यूटिफुल है ना यथा एग्जाम्पल स्वप्न परिज्ञानात् means when we wake up from the swapna and understand the swapna to be swapna means not real. It is only mithya. That's the meaning of swapna parijnana. In swapna, swapna anubhutis are real. Swapna parijnana here means waking up from that dream, knowing that swapna to be mithya. At that time, the question is, what is the position of that swapna deha with which those swapna anubhutis we had? Isn't it? The answer is swapna deho na vastavaha. It is not real. So the in that swapna deha kalpita, and I got identified with that swapna deha. That's why the swapna jagat was real and valid to me. That's why I was going on having those swapna jagat anubhutis. Sukha, dukkha, variety of vyavahara, whatever they were there. But the moment we wake up to different plane of waking plane, from where when we see the swapna is found to be mithya, isn't it? Swapna is found to be mithya. Mithya, no? Is there any much discussion that is required? Already, that's what I said. In Mandukya, all these things are covered. है ना? If you see right from beginning, Bhagavan Gaudapadji was guiding us. So many yuktis were given there to prove first the Swapna only as Mithya. Then, just like the Swapna, the Jagrata too. Therefore, Jagrata also Mithya. So, Swapna Anubhutis came. The Swapna Jagat appeared to be different from me, other than me, isn't it? In the Swapna, and yet it is found to be absolutely Mithya. In that some nadi of the Stula Sharira only, this Swapna Loka is seen. So, in that small place, how come these helicopters or these planes or the trains or huge road or the elephants, like animals like big elephants, how can they be? That was one logic. उतने छोटे जगह पे ये सब वहां आ नहीं सकते. Then desha दृष्टिया it was told that this is what it is. Vastu Drushya, such huge Vastus cannot be there in the Swapna. Desha Drushya also, all those Deshas cannot be such big ones in the Swapna. Another explanation for Desha Drushya, what happened was really not happened is, whichever the places you have visited, met the people, talked to them, if you call them and find it, they say you never went there. So too, you find yourself after waking up from that sapna on the same bed where we were sleeping. Isn't it? Kala Drishya also, to cover all those places, amount of time that's required is so much. But in 3 minutes of dream, how can you go to so many places and come? So these are all the yuktis given to tell us that although the anubhutis happened, yet it is mithya. See, these Mandukya Upanishads thoughts, if we really thoroughly study and remember all of them, they will help us in both. Swapna is mithya, therefore Jagrata also mithya. Therefore, I need not worry about it at all. My concern should be only to realize the substratum. The benefit for you and I, students of Vedanta Upanishads, which others don't have, is we are given the jnanam about Tattva Vastu. We have to just focus on Tattva Vastu and realize it. All else, including our Sharira, everything is Mithya. Why worried? See, Vedanta में समझने वाल present itself is Mithya, no? Present what's going on. In that case, how can the past be Mithya, reality? That is the really dead and gone on. With this wisdom, that past also we should not carry load. Whether in our vyavahara we were good or bad, all that. कुछ सीखना है तो सीखो, but not giving that value. Even to the words like prarabdha, etc., only to mature us to some level that is told. In the pure Brahman, where is prarabdha? To whom is prarabdha? Jiva itself is when it's a concept, not real. How can the prarabdha be real? We give reality to it by entertaining too much. But Guru only told, yeah, he told to reduce the load of pain in you. At that time, that was required. That was the upaya given. It doesn't mean that we hang on only to that at the cost of reality. That is why Vijnana Abhyasa is the name of this chapter. Isn't it? We have to do only one thing, remembering the self, reaching near to the self, realizing the self. All else is not real. Then why worry? Isn't it? Everything that's told in Shastras have one purpose or the other to serve. After that purpose is served, go to the next level. Go to the next. Ultimate level is Brahma Satyam. That's it. And that I have. Focus on that only. Again, the variety of deha kuch hua. Treatment de do. Bas, don't carry the load of it. You understood? Bhook lagi. Give food, but no load of it. Sir, proper food you give it to body, digestible. वो common sense तो लगता है. Beyond that, why worried? मेडिसिन लिया डॉक्टर होगा तो होगा ठीक नहीं तो नहीं ओनली टू पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देयर नो इन either case it's belonging to upadhi. My job is to remain sakshi to them and realize the nature of this me sakshi to be the chit swarupa chidakasha brahman. Strengthen this knowledge more. That's called real vijnana abhyasa. That should click to us when we are truly devoted to our Guru God Shastra. It clicks to us. Ki, why I am in my mind entertaining any thought other than self when all else is told to be mithya. Mithya means it has vyavaharika value more than it need not be given importance. Vyavaharika value means in the vyavahara you do it, ho gaya fir. No load carrying, like when you go to shop, you give the money, you take the things and come home, no? That's called vyavahara. You are not worried about that shopkeeper. You are not carrying the load of the other when people who are there to pack and etc. Many other customers also come. You don't worry about them. And what 5 6 items you bought. Other than that, there are 1,000 items. Are you concerned? No. That is called vyavahara value. बस हो गया आ गए घर. Everywhere it is like that only. We have to make a habit that in Vyavahara, give only Vyavaharika value, do it there and then and drop it. Do it with the best of wisdom, no doubt, with the best of perfection. Thereafter, mind should be shifted in search of Saguna Nirguna Paramatma only. Isn't it? That is why we have to study Puranas more and more. Along with Upanishads, Upanishads give us Jnanam, but they won't give us the required courage. The courage comes to us when we study Purana, when this Jnanam is practiced by thousands and thousands of bhaktas. That gives us courage, inspiration. ज्ञान तो मिल रहा है हमको बट शुरू तो नहीं कर रहे कहीं ना कहीं से पुश मिल रहा है ना सो व्हेन यू रीड दैट स्टोरी ऑफ दिस एनिमल दैट एनिमल दिस rakshasa that bhakta that human being that person diseased that person in that problem they all have done that particular sadhana then they realized that inspires us okay now we have seen swapna mithyatva darshanam now that whole thing in mandukya luckily we studied few thoughts we took here and we completed this explanation. What is it? Yata Swapna Parigyanat. Up to this visa. Swapna Parignyana is the clear understanding about Swapna that it is not real. Though it was experienced, at that time it appeared to be real. But now I came to a waking plane. That Swapna is unreal. Now the point is, what is the position of that Swapna Deha? Answer is Swapna Deho na Vastavaha. है ना that swapna deha was not vastava not real it was kalpita so with kalpita swapna deha when I identified I became swapna purusha then that whole swapna jagat I went through the anubhuti as if it was real this is example given to convey what point this point what is it anubhutopi ayam tadvat vasana tanavat asat in the same way the entire vasanas from us are reduced, and removed. This sthula sharira also will be experienced to be avastava. That is the point because this is the topic in continuation of earlier sarga. Mother Saraswati, while giving to Leela this Jnanam, the topic about this Sthula Sharira, isn't it? Sthula Deha Tadatmya through Nirvikalpa Samadhi, give up and come to that place or Ativahika Deha Sthiti. Together we will go to that place which you want. Leela to wanted to see only that Brahmana Giri Grama. But Mother Saraswati shows her entire hundreds of worlds which will be there full in our next 2 chapters. क्या क्या लोकों में वो लोग जाते हैं. Then the eye for you and I also the eye opening which happens with the study of these sargas, no other Purana Itihasa also we can see. Thank God. By the way, coming to the point, here also Vasana Tanavam. When the Vasanas get reduced, then the solidness of the body the grossness of the body, the reality of the body slowly gets reduced to such an extent that body will be felt like ativahika only. Our plenty of vasanas, that body is real, I am this body comforts are my comforts, body sukha is my sukha. These vasanas we went on gathering, kept so strongly in our heart, they are functioning in a manner again to give the same result that body is Satya with all its solidities and I am it. I am that. बाकी तो है ही नहीं केवल वासनाओं से ही है. That's why he says vasana tanavat with the tanukarana of the vasanas related to sharira. Tanukarana is reduction of them. Ayam api asat anubhutaha. Like the swapna sharira is known to be asat to us when we wake up, though we remember it. So too Jagrat sharira will be anubhuta to be asat is equal to the ativahikata to the sharira comes to us. It's a yoga sadhana से होने वाली स्थिति. Even become subtler than that inquiry may, even that ativahika deha where sukshma sharira is there, that sukshma sharira also is because of vasanas. Those vasanas also go away. Then what remains is the substratum Brahman. Brahman with vasanas seen as sukshma sharira. Brahman with vasanas is seen as the stula sharira. When those vasanas go away, then sthula sukshma sharira bhavana, kalpana, like the serpent on the rope, that goes away. The rope is realized as it is. The yogis are in that way. Everything is chinmaya for them. Everything is pure consciousness. Chideva sarvam, sadeva sarvam, brahma eva sarvam. When we are chanting our Chandogya in morning class, बृहदारण्य का इन द तेलुगु क्लास, मुझे इतना एक्साइटमेंट हो रहा है, क्या क्या बढ़िया टॉपिक्स है उसमें. कितना जल्दी उसको पढ़े ऐसा लगा. नो अदर उपनिषद इज एनीवे लेसर, उसमें भी इतना मजेदार बात. सो व्हाट इज द पॉइंट caught here? In the waking plane, whatever we lived, that created vasanas, and at the time of sleep, those vasanas only projected as the dream world. In that dream deha, dream world in front. With the dream deha, I identified. Now I'm dreamer. Went through all the dream experiences. Woke up into a different plane of reality from where the swapna found to be mithya. Therefore, swapna deha also is found to be mithya. Same way, from millions of lives, we went on gathering vasanas, which are giving us this stula deha, which are forcing us to identify with the stula deha, which are compelling us to live only as stula deha. Whatever happens to it is happening to me only. When the vasanas are reduced to, see that Tattvabodha Granth mein, how nicely it was explained, all these topics. विवेक चूड़ामणि में तो इतना ज्यादा एग्जॉस्टिवली एक्सप्लेन किया जाएगा. What we are doing throughout the day in our vyavahara, aham dehosmi vasanas, we are strengthening. Because we are only thinking from that standpoint. We are planning, doing everything rooted in dehosmi. From the past vasana force and not exposed to the jnanam that I am jnapti swarupa, I am chidakasha swarupa. Now we are told that no, we are the chidakasha swarupa. So we have to start reducing, thinking that the body is real, that I am the body. पूरा तो नहीं खत्म हो सकता, but थोड़ा थोड़ा. An awareness, if it comes in us, and it is maintained throughout the day, that these thoughts, words, and actions of mine, are they strengthening Dehosmi Vasana? Or is there any way to reduce that strengthening of the Vasanas? Or more particularly, some 1-2 years back in some of the text we saw that. Which are the places Deha Tadatmya, Deha Adhyasa becomes stronger? Isn't it? Food is one place. then taking bath, etc., is another place where aham dehosmi becomes very strong. So body to be maintained, for that I am giving food. That's it. करके quickly finish करो. Body needs with bath and whatever the required, done. हो गया. Etc. In which are the places dehoham vasanas becomes. In fact, whole waking plane is dehosmi only. What to do? Wherever we go, everybody is talking स्थूल शरीर only. आजकल जगत तो मन को भूल गया, इंद्रियों को भूल गया. मन इंद्रियों का सत्यानाश कर रहे हैं while catering to the demands of the body. And then big subject it is. Why? What we are all discussing? So too, when from the deep recesses of our heart, when the vasanas go away, then dehoham, dehosmi, bhavana also goes away. Deha will be experienced by us like the dream deha when we wake up. That is the thought to be conveyed. And that Vasana Tanavam will be the entire next to 25,000 slokas. 1,000 times it will be repeated. Tanavam means Tanu Karanam means thinning. Thin karte karte nikal dena usko. Weakening the Vasanas in us. And in the earlier chapter, yesterday, we have spent the entire 40 minutes again to reflect on the last 7-8 slokas. That's why we were left with last 10 minutes only to make the chanting of this sarga. In that last 7-8 shlokas, Mother has given all the wisdom for Vasana Tanu Karanam. Already started the teaching. It will continue for sargas together. See, Atyanta Abhava Sampattau Drashtu Dasham Manaha Ekadhyane Pare Rudhe. When the mind is focused on the Ekavastu and is stabilized in its focus, even it is reaching to the Nirvikalpa Sthiti that leads to first Vasanakshaya. It leads to Drashtu Drushya Darshana Rahityam. That leads to the Raga Dveshadi Rahityam. That leads to Samsara Bhaya Nirmulanam. Again, that leads to the establishment in this Nirvikalpa Sthiti that I am Brahman now. Nirvikalpa Sthiti means there is no doubt that I am Brahman or not, I am Brahman only. Experience. So, what is sadhana here? When we focus on the world and worldliness, those vasanas will grow in us. When we go on doing throughout the day of past meditation of the self, sadvasana spurti vijrumbane sati asau vilinapi ahamadi vasana. We saw it in Vivek Chudamani. In the same way, another place in the next 2-3 shlokas, yatha yatha pratyagavastitam manaha, as much mind is focusing on the pratyagatma, the Satchidananda Swarupa, tatha tatha munchati, छोड़ देते हैं क्या बाह्य वासना हाँ the outer vasanas. Then nishesha mokshe sati vasananam, when all the vasanas we get rid of them, atmanubhuti hi, the experience of the self, pratibandha shunya, without any obstruction. Isn't it? So the more we focus on the Atma Tattva, the less are the addition of the new vasanas, and existing also slowly get burnt away. Vasana means impressions in the Antakarana, which are forcing us to have the thoughts of Dehadi Tadatmya so immediately that even a moment's pause also we are not giving to think that Deha is seen by me, it is a Drushya, I am to is Drashta. इतना भी विचार हमको करने नहीं दे रहा है. Like in some places, the human beings, coming from such Pashu Yoni or such a Dushta Durmargata, कि don't even think a moment, यार क्या मैं बोल रहा हूँ, क्या मैं सोच रहा हूँ, ये जरूरत है क्या, ये सच है क्या? Because of this, is the other person getting hurt? Is it required at all? Am I here to create the peace or to create the destruction or the restlessness? 99% of highly educated, stupid fellows of today's world are not aware even of this thinking. That my thoughts, words, and deeds are harming the people around. इतने गधे बेवकूफ अब क्या कहें उनको? Spiritually also we are so. By being identified with the body, we are proving ourselves to be Gadha and Bekuf. Because only Gadha can identify with the body, not the animal, the human being. Human being should know that I am the drashta of the Sharira. How can the drashta be drashya? Or drashya be drashta? But are we giving even a pause of a moment throughout the life, right from birth to death, from morning to night? Only they host me. Wherever we try to do sadhana, our parents, our in-laws, outlaws, uncle, penkle, tinkle, all of them will ensure that you identify with the Sharira only. Because they are living like that. Why all of that is happening? That's Vasana. We are focusing to understand the word Vasana here. है ना? So what is to be done consciously? अभी imagine करो, आंख बंद करो. Every thought is Deha Sambandhi only. But we heard Vedanta. In Vedanta, the Dehadi, everything is Mithya. The Satvastu is Sachidananda Paramatma, the Chidakasha only. And that is me. It is told no. Now strengthen these vasanas. That is what in our class from the beginning we were saying. Nahan Dehosmi, Nahan Jivosmi, Aham Brahmasmi, ये तीनों का practice करते जाओ. So too the Jagat Mithya. Inside you do. Outside Vyavahara, whatever you have to respond, you do it. Because that's Prarabdha. नहीं करोगे तो sin of omission होता है वो. You do it. Don't expect any follow from that. Already in Gita Karma Yoga, these all were studied by us. Thank you, no? Because study of the other Upanishad, Gita and or Mandukyadi, these sublime texts we are able to see in a more clear way. वो बैकग्राउंड नहीं होता तो इसको हम तुरंत समझ नहीं सकते. So you have woken up to waking plane, you found the Jiva, the Swapna Sharira is Asattu. It was never there. The body which got accident and admitted, when you wake up, where is it? जाके देखो उस अस्पताल में है क्या? वहां की I was there in that hospital in bed number 420. हम जाकर देखो. You won't find it. Whole body itself is not there. What to talk about the injuries to that body, etc. But then I felt no Swamiji, wow, Vasana. You understood? Vasanas projected the dream body. So too the Vasanas are projecting the waking Sharira also. So the more we reduce the Vasanas, the Sharira Satyata goes away. How to reduce the Vasanas? By adding the spiritual Vasana, Aham Brahmasmi, which Mother told in the earlier chapter. That we just refer to. Show to you that this particular first shloka of this Sarga 22 is in continuation of the earlier last topic, earlier chapter's last topic. So, what is to be done? The mana is doing ekadhyana, रूढ़ी रूप से, मतलब firmly, leading to nirvikalpa sthiti. In that, continuously doing that one for a long time. That's why Bhagavan Vaashishtha understands. These people listen half and understand 2% only. So when I gave them this knowledge, they may not catch this point unless I tell that this knowledge has to be relentlessly practiced. That's why immediately he took up the next chapter of Abhyasa. विज्ञानम पा रहे हैं, उसका अभ्यास का महत्व नहीं जान रहे, अभ्यास नहीं कर रहे. That's why with all the knowledge gained, still we are remaining as Dehosmi. I have understood now. That's why he concluded that chapter there, then took up afresh a new chapter to thoroughly tell us the need of doing the abhyasa of the Vijnana. Mother Saraswati telling Leela, Ramji is told by Vaashishtha ji. So, mind is focusing on Eka Paramatma Tattva. The more we do that, it leads to all the three consequences. 1, reduction of vasanas. 2, reduction of raga dvesha. 3, reduction of drashta darshana drushya, which is called samsara. 4, when that goes on happening, the mana, which is focusing on the self, merges in that self, that is final nirvikalpa sthiti. Along with that mind, I, who was using the mind to contemplate on that self, also merge in the self. Then I realize myself to be that Chidakash. And these things, when you keep doing, it becomes more opening, more clear and more understandable. है ना? कोई भी चीज ना ड्राइविंग करते रहो, क्लैरिटी आएगा. तैरते रहो पानी में, आइडिया आता रहेगा. बिजनेस करो, यू गेट मोर आइडियाज ऑफ इट. Join politics and go there, you get the idea of it. Here also, the more we do, more ideas come. Clarity comes. We need that clarity. When we do it, from today only you start saying 108 times, I am that pure conscious self. Say vocally the Maha mantra, Aham Brahma Asmi, and then feel that. Don't say just the word. Like that's why in Vivek Chodavani, but just by taking the name of the medicine, you won't get cured from the disease. So too, just by saying vocally Aham Brahma Asmi, you won't get moksha. While saying it within that, that Brahman is Sarva Vyapaka Sarvadhisthana Satchit Swarupa, and I am that, I am that. Is tarah se karna. That's called consuming the medicine, not only uttering the name of medicine. Only utter the name and as in and whatever, the disease doesn't go. So too, Bhagavan says, you know, the mantra is na gacchati vinapanam vyadhi aushadha shabdataha. You know, vinapanam aushadha shabdataha vyadhi na gacchati. In the same way, vinaparokshavanubhavam brahma shabdair namuchyate. We have to experience that Aham Brahmasmi, then only moksha happens, not by vocally saying Aham Brahmasmi. But while saying that Aham Brahmasmi, which is an alambana to us, the Swarupa of that Brahman, we have to contemplate, we have to feel. Okay. Then in the later period of the Upanishad Kala and all, so many gurus to facilitate for the disciple, so many of various meditational techniques they gave. You feel yourself to be the Akasha, you feel yourself to the infinite ocean. You know, all of that are only to take us to that pure conscious level. The one who thoroughly studies Vedanta Upanishad, उनको ये सारी जरूरत नहीं है. This is self-sufficient. So in the last topic, the आत्मानुभूति मोक्ष रूपी निर्विकल्प स्थिति को पाने के लिए द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्य should go away. For that to go away, the raga dvesha should go away. For the raga dvesha should go away, the vasana should be reduced. For the vasanas to get reduced, the mind should be focused on ekatattva. Now that ekatattva abhyasa has to be told by Guru in this sarga. He starts with giving us that theoretical point that why it is needed to focus on the self and why it is needed to reduce the vasanas. All samsara in the Jagrata Avastha is Deha, Deha is real and Dehosmi. है ना? If the waking plane में संसार खत्म होना है तो the unreality of the Deha, Dehosmi Bhava, they have to go away. Where from this Deha Satyata, Dehosmi is coming because of vasanas. Therefore, we are here drilled this point that Vasana Tanu Karanam is so very essential. That's why Puja Gurudev in his all classes goes on saying when we do the work outside in the Karma Yoga spirit, then existing vasanas get exhausted, no new vasanas are formed, lesser the vasanas, quieter the mind, greater the meditation, more clearer is the experience of the self. He used to go on telling. You know, in that roaring voice like a lion on the stage for 42 and a half, 3 years, 42 years, he went on addressing millions of people. All that has the background of this Yoga Vasishtha. Puja Gurudev is Vasishtha Avatar. We are studying the text because of his grace only. नहीं तो नहीं होता. So too, our Guru Adi Shankara and Parama Guru Gaudapada, they are very close to this Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, it seems. Many shlokas are bodily only seen from here to there. Like the Adhyatma Ramayana, how many of the mantras we find in Adi Shankara's literature? The idea is what? Whether it is Shruti or Smriti or Purana Ityasa, whether it is the age-old Gurus Vaashishtha Vyasa or the Adi Shankara or Gaudapadas, all of them are indicating to us the Mukti Marga through apprehending or realizing the truth. Self. For that, this is the knowledge, this is the sadhana. Okay, now go to the next mantra. First one is understood. Yatha swapna parijnanat swapna deho na vastava. In our life, how many times we went through the dream. In that swapna deha, man, human, animal, kuch to kuch hota hi rehta. But when we wake up, we know it is not vastava. Vastava means vastu. Vastu means reality. Now vastava means it is unreal. Tatha, in the same way, Anubhutaha api ayam tadvad vasana tanavad asat. Ayam means ayam stula deha of the Jagrata Avastha. Also, vasana tanavad asat. Anubhutaha. When the vasanas get reduced, the solidity, the grossness, the reality, and I am this body, all these notions based on the vasanas, when the vasanas get reduced, that goes away. Our focus, feel this meaning first. मेरे अंदर देहोस्मि के इतने वासना है, इसलिए मैं देह के रूप में ही जी रहा हूं. I have to reduce those vasanas so that dehosmi I transcend. All samsara is in dehosmi. Now this I can't talk to people who are not exposed to these satsangas from so many years from this platform. Those are only fit for Puranas, fit for only bhajan kirtan. Suddenly a तत्वज्ञान दो तो भाग जाएंगे वो. That's why I was telling from last 5 6 years, be regular, let us study together, let us study together. Those who have understood that, now see the transformation that happened. Those who never understood, for whatever useless, unjustifiable reasons, they left this class, they are lost somewhere. Hope they are somewhere hooked onto a better guru, at least वहां टिको, सीखो. कहीं ना कहीं तो रुक जाओ यार, सीखो, शास्त्र नहीं पढ़ा सकते हमको. ये पहली बात. Without jnana there is moksha. Second point, without shastra shravana dhyana, the moksha giving that jnana will not come. ये तो guarantee पक्का. And for us the proofs are Gurudev, Shankara Bhagwan, Vyasji. Throughout life Gurudev only spoke shastras. Shankara Bhagwan throughout the life he was writing bhashyas, he was writing prakarana only. In Vyasa Bhagwan though Shruti Smruti, he has written only shastras. Brahma Sutras, Puranas, Itihasa, Mahabharata, and then that Viveda Vibhajana, he did only Shastra work. That's why we take these as the authority. And Valmiki ji, he gave these Shastras. सुनते नहीं लोग, समझते नहीं, क्या करें बताओ. And you and I at least now got the idea how the Shastras relentlessly guide us. And we have to develop the knack and art of tuning ourselves to study the Shastras. है ना? Shastras are given that time, उस समय का लैंग्वेज एग्जाम्पल्स वो होते थे. हमें उसको ट्यून करके एसेंस पकड़ना. That little struggle we have to do. If we do that, then the teachings of Guru and Shastra and our tuning together keeps on opening our intellect to that higher knowledges. So the summary in the first sloka is, when in me the vasanas are reduced, the deha satyata, deham ahamasmi, that goes away. Then what will happen in the very deha sthala? We find ourselves to be the sukshma deha, the ativahika deha. Little higher we do the sadhana and reduce even those vasanas, everything is conscious Brahman. Huh? Everything is conscious. I am wearing all ornaments in different parts of body, but I have not even one moment forgotten that all of them are gold only. Again, nahi. So, ornaments can stay there and we can allow them to be there by being in the conscious awareness that all are ornaments, all are gold only. Same way, the Rupanamatmaka Jagata for Vyavahara Lila, let it continue. But with the wisdom experienced, that everything is that conscious Brahman only. सिंपल बात भाई. कॉन्शियस ब्रह्मन अपने माया शक्ति से खेल के लिए it appeared as jagat, forgetting that the jagat we gave reality, and in the jagat whatever janma marana are happening, we are caught up in them and suffering. Same time you forgot the conscious brahman on which through maya all these are kalpita. इतना समझो वेदांत. then the sadhana क्या है उसमें? Same, reverse karo. You give satyata to the jagat, understand with all logics, it's mithyatva. Because of satyata given, you give so much of value to it, now devalue it. And because of given value, lots of vasanas were made in you. When you devalue, see to it that the vasanas are reduced. This is half of the sadhana. Other half is what? Totally you forgot the self, as if it is not only. Slowly start listening about it, understanding it, remembering it. Remember it so much that you don't even to need to remember because it is you. That stage we reach. Till that time, do the remembrance. The Nirantara Atma Smarana is called as Atma Ahangraha Upasana or Atma Upasana. There is no Upasana of any Devata in this universe is greater than the Atma Upasana. That is what Atmaneva Atmana Tushtaha. Gita Subha first thing. Prajahadeda Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan, Manogatan, Manasi Pravishtan. Manasi Pravishtan, Hrudi Pravishtan. Hrudi Pravishtan is equal to Vasanas. What is said here is that same language different. Point is same. Mhm. Simple thing. Anything I do to remember Paramatma Tattva, meditate Paramatma Tattva, it's called sadhana. Anything, even a moment, I do anything other than that, it is called vasana. Vas. Sadhana, vasana. Carry these two words today. If I am remembering self, it's sadhana. Anything other thing I am doing, it's vasana. Be careful. Don't allow the vasana to be formed. If it is required, you do. Like I'm eating the food to maintain the body. Isn't it? It is a vasana which gave me this body, and body has to be maintained for me to do sadhana. Therefore, I'm giving that food, but that giving food to the body should not become again a new vasana. Immediately again, once the food is given, back to Aham Brahmas. The more we can shift back to Aham Brahmasmi, the more we are real sadhakas. That's why Sarvada Sthapanam Buddhehe Shuddhe Brahmani Sarvatha. Tat Samadhanam iti Uktam. The real Samadhana sadhana is Sarvada Buddhehe Shuddhe Brahmani Sthapanam. Sarvada always Buddhehe Buddhi ko Shuddha Brahmani on the Shuddha Brahma Sthapana. There's no other way. नहीं तो देहोस्मि जीवोस्मि जगत सत्यम अस्ति and all these people are real and they are my friend, they are my enemies. अरे ये कहाँ का बकवास है? But Swamiji, all are doing like that. Yeah, all are also stupid. They are all samsari. They are suffering. There are some people who are not doing that, who are staying aham brahmasmi anubhuti. उनको देखो, चाहे वो कम है संख्या में, but they are moksha mukta purushas. The existing 5-6 Mukta Purusha should be inspiration for us to do the Atma Sadhana, not the millions of people who are samsaris, suffering the world and doing the wrong sadhana of Dehosmi. They should not be example to us. है ना? 100 लोग चोरी कर रहे, एक बंदा honest. Who should be example to us? No, 100 are there, no Swamiji. अरे 100 क्या 10,000 लोग भी करें, चोरी हमेशा गलत काम है. Even if one person is there, even nobody is there, still not doing the theft is the correct thing. So even few people are doing Amramasmi, that is right. Even 800 millions are doing Devasmi, that is not right. Because we just tend to look at the world and get comforted in us. Hamaya, so many worldly samsarins are there. I am also doing what they are doing, therefore I am not wrong. That's how we silently justify within. Thus continue to be samsarins in spite of getting a chance to study Shastra, understand them. The Guru is coaxing us every day, Subha, Dopahar, Sham. Isn't it? All these are secondary understandings. After the primary understanding that when the Vasana Anukaranam is done, the Dehosmi goes away, Deha Satyata goes away. Stula Deha. How many yogis who are no more now having any vasanas for the Stula Deha? नो सूक्ष्म देह के लिए कुछ वासनाएं हैं उसमें रहकर वो साधना कोई लोग तो मुक्त हो गए वो लोग स्थूल देह को तो लेते ही नहीं विद द सूक्ष्म देह ओनली दे कीप डूइंग द सेवा टू द वर्ल्ड दे हैव देयर ओन टेक्निक्स यस विच गुरु इज कमिंग इन आवर स्लीप और ड्यूरिंग आवर डे टाइम एंड विद द सूक्ष्म शरीर एंड सेटिंग आवर mana buddhi in right thinking right channel we don't know. Like some gross guru, we ask something, he tells us that we are able to apprehend because our maturity level is only to that level to understand the things. But there are very many subtle gurus also come and set our minds in positive direction. दिखता नहीं हमको. हाँ, there are many Mahatmas, they won't take Stula Sharira. हमको नहीं चाहिए, we don't want to suffer that. With Stula Sharira, we are bound at one place. उसको फिर ट्रेन में प्लेन में बिठा के उधर उधर ले जाना पड़ेगा इन सूक्ष्म शरीर एनीवेयर आई एम कॉल्ड इन ए मोमेंट आई कैन गो इफ दैट इज नॉट ट्रू हाउ कैन वी रिमेंबर आवर गुरुज एंड देवतास एंड हाउ कैन वी बिलीव दैट दे कम जैसे शिव जी इन कैलाश में, तो मैं बुला रहा हूँ शिव जी को, कैसे आएंगे कैलाश से शिव जी यहाँ तक? If he is Stula Sharira, it will take more time like for us also. He immediately comes and blesses because he is not Stula. Once you go to the Sukshma Sthiti, remember, Desha Kala, no, doesn't, they won't bind us. Desha Kala are only valid to the Stula Sharira. सूक्ष्म में हो गए हैं, कोई वैलिड लाइक सूक्ष्म शरीर में आपके मन में आंख बंद करके आप जो अमेरिका स्विट्जरलैंड घूम के आए वहां जा सकते हो कि नहीं? मन ही मन. You are traveling in your mind, you are traveling into the desha, you are traveling into the kala with your mind. So the time and space being concept of the mind is beyond both of them. So when you go to the mind level of sukshmata, desha kala doesn't bother. The mind level of sukshmata is ativahika dehasthiti. The gurus maintain the ativahika dehasthiti to be accessible to the disciples, whichever the corner they are. Nothing like, not at all difficult to understand. Like today's science and technology is also developing in this way, in the Stula Rupa only. The transport system has grown up. The medicine ko bhi through the drone in 3 minutes they deliver to your house. नहीं तो बंदा दौड़ के मेडिकल शॉप में उसके लिए कार स्कूटर लेकर जाओ, फिर वहां जाओ उसको बिल मांगो, मतलब आइटम्स ये कुछ नहीं. Online you have sent it, they have seen it and immediately packed and sent it through a drone. In 3 minutes the medicine to your house. Possibility मैं बता रहा हूँ how the time span is reduced through science and technology. अब spirituality में क्या है? When you reach to the सूक्ष्म स्थिति, स्थूला doesn't bother. That's why you see both of them take the स्थूला सूक्ष्म आत्मायिक देहा. All the lokas they are traveling. With physical sharira, you can't go out of the house without mehnat. Lot of time it takes. And in fact, after leaving our sharira, we all become ativahika deha only. Huh? Otherwise, how can we are going to different lokas of स्वर्ग and नरक? सारे जो श्राद्ध कर्म हमारे जाने को बच्चे हमारे करते हैं, किसको भेज रहे हैं उन लोकों में? हमको. हम कौन? बॉडी तो एनीवे बर्न्ड. We the ativahika only. Actually, we are that real more than the sharira. Even if this clicks, the sharira worry, sharira old age, disease, murutyu, all of that we transcend. The fears, etc. There's nothing to be worried. I am the self, that's it. Anyway, so vasanas reduce karoge, to deha satyata, deha tadvatmata go away. That is the meaning of first loka. Yatha swapna parignanat swapna deho navastavaha anubhuto api ayam tadvad vasana tanavat asat. Ayam means I am sthula deha also vasana tanavat asat anubhutaha. It is experienced that there is nothing called as gross body. But all the vasana should go away. So keep on doing the Vijnana Abhyasa till all the vasanas go away. The Vijnana is Aham Brahmasmi. तो इतना क्लियर हमको शास्त्र पढ़ा रहे, हमें श्रद्धा से सुनकर अकल को जो दुनियादारी में यूज करते थे, सेम अकल वी हैव टू यूज हियर टू ग्रास्प. That maturity of using all our intellectual ability to understand shastras, to understand sadhana, to plan ourselves to do the sadhana, we have to use that intellect which we have used in earning the artha kama earlier. Every one of us are intelligent. We have done a lot of things in the world. We have achieved. We helped so many people. We were intelligent, we were smart, we are active. Human being का अर्थ ही है वो. He has to be something unique, definitely great. All that greatness is in the ability of the mind intellect. We were using it for the outer world so far. Let us use it now for the Atma Prapti. सो सिंपल विज्ञान अभ्यास करते हुए वासनाओं को तनुकरण करते जाओगे तो स्थूल सूक्ष्म देह दादात में छूटता हुआ अहम ब्रह्मास्मि मिल जाएगा. दैट्स इट. कीप ऑन डूइंग विज्ञानाभ्यास, कीप ऑन रिड्यूसिंग वासनास, get out of dehosmi jivosmi, get into aham brahmasmi. This is the only way for moksha. No, I want to have the sthula sharira. Then it will have old age and disease and death. I have to have friends and then they will leave you and go. Then you have to suffer. I have to have a friend. He will give sukha to you as long as he can. पर बाद में वो छोड़ के जाएगा, उसको और एक बंदा पसंद आएगा, या वो दूर चला जाएगा, वो मर जाएगा, या आपको मिसअंडरस्टैंड करेगा. Why that thought that somebody should be there to me? Yesterday somebody sent a message that if somebody is there to call, message me only to say that I am there for you, no need to do any help. How nice life. I said that self, that somebody is your own self. Don't depend on any stupid outside people. You are the self supporting everything. Strengthen that knowledge. ये जो बकवास वाले कोटेशंस आप डेली एसएमएस व्हाट्सएप में पाते हैं, that is for those fellows who never study Upanishad. You and I are reveling in Upanishad Jnanam every day. How can you think anything lesser than Aham Brahmasmi? That audacity, we have to get it. Because especially we are the disciples of such a great Gurudev. He roared, you are Brahman, I am Brahman. उनके शिष्यों होकर I am Dehosmi. What not? You are insulting him. स्टडिंग द उपनिषद मांडुक्य पढ़कर भी फिर से कहते हो सपना बुरा आ रहा है स्वामी जी, नींद नहीं लग रहा है मुझे, देह का क्या, अरे बाप रे, you have to think sometimes. One of the very important techniques which is very vividly utilized is what? Make the person realize what mistakes he is doing. That's the highest way of achieving. Like, if I'm made to realize my mistakes, I rectify them. That's the ultimate solution. If I continue justifying my mistake, any number of outer solutions won't solve it. You understand? If anybody want to change them, make them realize their mistakes. Focus on that. They must realize that what they are doing is wrong. So too, you and I have to realize what we are living the life of, strengthening our vasanas of Dehosmi, Jivosmi are wrong. I have to realize it. Then the right thing is what? Vijnana Abhyas. In this Vijnana Abhyasa, Aham Brahmasmi Vasanas go on growing and they always are ready as immunity to defeat or destroy or eliminate whenever the enemy of Dehosmi, Jivosmi thoughts try to attack. हमारे पास कोई आर्म्स एंड एमिनेशन है ही नहीं, वी आर नॉट प्रिपेयर टू अटैक एंड डिफीट the Dehosmi, Jivosmi, Vasanas or thoughts. Because we have not gained the scriptural knowledge, nor made it stronger, nor sufficiently practiced it. What is done in the wrestling or boxing? This fellow goes through all the gym practices, eats good food, makes himself so strong that the opponent, when he comes in the ring, he will defeat him. So for us, the opponents are Dehosmi, Jivosmi. And we are never strong. Who are we to be strong to defeat them? Aham Brahmasmi. You understand? This is what is called Vedanta Vichara. इसी में रहो हमेशा. In this thinking, have you ever thought of any other person, any other outer situations, any other worldly things happening? वो चलते रहते हैं. You do your spiritual sadhana. उसका कोई end नहीं है. हाँ, send some thoughts of prayer, compassion. Oh Lord, you are there. Please bless the world. बस हो गया काम. पहले अपना कल्याण करो. सेकंड मंत्र, यथा स्वप्न परिज्ञानात् स्वप्न देह प्रशाम्यति वासनातानवात् तद्वत् जाग्रह देहोपि शाम्यति. देखो, अर्लियर नवास्तव, its unrealness is realized. That is not sufficient. It should totally get extinct also. स्वप्न देह सत्य नहीं है. सेकंड, नहीं है. It is not real and it was never there. So too, Jagrata Deha is not real and it is never there. Then only the ever present conscious self we can realize. That's what next sloka. Yatha, same thing. Swapna Parigyanat. When you wake up and know that the Swapna is unreal, Swapna Deha, what happens to it? It is there but unreal. No. Prashamyati. फिर ढूंढने पे भी नहीं मिलेगा वो. Search for the dream body. You might have had at least 10,000 dreams in your life. Which one body? Because prashamyati means gets destroyed. Same way, vasana tanavat, when the tanukarana of the vasanas is further done, tadvat in the same way, jagraha deha api shamyati. This is what is nowhere in other Upanishads or anywhere so specifically said like this. Jagraha dehopi shamyati means when the vasanas go away, there is no need or compulsion to take the Jagrat Deha. काहे को स्थूल शरीर में आके परेशान हो रहे हो? The old age से, death से, disease से, accident से, दवाई बीमारी से, with all the wounds. Is it necessary? That is called the delusion that body is real. I am body. That's the delusion. That's what this great Shastra Vaashishtha is breaking. The Upanishads also try that on. Break that shackle. That the body is required for me. You are Brahman. Why? In you, like ocean, millions of waves like Sthula Sukshma Karana Shariras are projected and rejected. They are not real. Why are you holding on to them? This is called the Sadguru's Sat Tattva Upadesha. And any guru who is not teaching this is not guru at all. Tattva Jnana Sikhane Wala Guru Hi Guru. Please remember. You have to be very careful. We cannot afford again to go back to the old ruts of the Dehosmi, Jivosmi, and Jagat Satyamasti. Therefore, in the Jagat, I have to get something and to go on improving the Jagat. She told Ramana Maharshi को freedom fighting हो रहा है, आप सब लोग आ जाओ करके. He said, which freedom? Find your freedom first. He never participated in the. He was in that period only, no. 1950 left the body means when the whole country was going through the freedom struggle, he was also in his spirituality in the peak level. People asked him, join freedom. What's freedom? First, release yourself from body. That's why you see, freedom came to the country, but we are all still bound only to Dehosmi, Jivosmi. I'm talking the spirituality highest than anything. And those who struggle for freedom fighting, that is better than being lazy, being allowing our country to be slave. उन लोगों से जो निकम्मे थे उनसे दो बेटर थे. But the people who worked for their spirituality, any day they better anywhere. If any guru says, keep away your spiritual evolution, serve somebody or do something, he has not matured. He should say this. Realizing self is the ultimate goal, but you have vasanas. To exhaust them, you have to do some service to the world. After service done, when the vasanas go away, then focus on the self. Gita pura hi padhata hai. Har shastra wahi padhata hai. So now the two thoughts here. The swapna deha is navastava. Swapna deva is naasti. So too, jagrat deha is navastava. Jagrat deha naasti. How do you achieve it? Through vasana tanava. How the vasanas get reduced? When you do the abhyasa. Abhyasa of what? Not vasanas, but vijnana. That's the name of this sarga. Vijnana abhyasa varnanam. We have not yet started. Huh? First, we are given the base. That is vasanas which are binding you to Stula Sukshma Sharira is equal to Jagrat Swapna Samsara or Jagrat Samsara. Focus on that. The reduction of vasanas is achieved, then samsara goes away. And to remove the vasanas, what is done? That does both works. Vasanas को remove करता है और मोक्ष भी दिलाता है. And what's that? Vijnana abhyasa. Vijnana abhyasa. Vijnana abhyasa. That's why in the fifth shloka of our Atmabodha also we see, through the jnana abhyasa, that ajnana when the goes away, then this abhyasa also is not required. You are in the anubhuti. He gives the example, Shankar Bhagavan, that the water impure, you add that katakarenu, the alum. It becomes a film and settles. While settling, it takes the dust and dirt also from the water. Pure water remains. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnana abhyasat vininvalam krutva jnanam swayam nashetu jalam katakarenuvatu. So, this Vijnana Abhyasa removes the Vasanas and the wrong Abhyasas. Thereafter, once we realize I am that Brahman, वो अनुभव को फिर कोई बिगाड़ नहीं सकता. ठीक है? Let us aim at that. Let us pray to every devata, every guru, every tree, plant, bird, animal. Bhaiya, do something, bless me. That let me do Vijnana Abhyasa and let me get Vijnana Anubhuti. Let me get rid of all Ajnana and Vasanas which prompt me to enter into the Deha Adi, to become a Jiva and suffer. अब इतनी स्पष्टता हम हिम्मत करके पढ़ रहे हैं क्योंकि we have come up to this text because of background of other shastra. And just imagine your own family members, some of them come to this class. फर्स्ट टाइम, कोई दिमाग में चढ़ेगा? एंड फॉर द सेक ऑफ देम देन आई कैन नॉट dilute दिस, आई हैव ऑलरेडी डन इट लास्ट 15-20 years, वही तो कर रहे हैं। इसलिए कहा साथ चलो, साथ चलो, साथ चलो। नहीं समझते। I'm so happy that every day studying Shastras, it is helping me. And more than I'm happy for myself, I'm happy for a couple of you people, few of you who have somehow stuck to the study of Shastra. That's opening you up. And wherever, whichever, this way, the Jignasu Shrotas stick to their Guru, and whichever the Guru is giving continuously the knowledge, in that place also the unfoldment is happening. As it's happening here in our case, the millions of places, Stula Sukshma Rup mein, so many Shishyas are going to the Guru, Guru is teaching. So today morning also we saw in our which Upanishad Parayanam, Brahdaranyaka Upanishad. Now second sloka we saw, third one, Swapna Sankalpa Dehante Dehoyam Chetyate Yatha Tatha Jagrad Bhavanante Udetyevati Vahikaha. See, he is giving same example, but the knowledge given is the other one. Good one it is. Very intelligent, huh? Our Mother Saraswati as well as Vaashishtha. They say, as you give up the the Swapna Deha Tadatmya, don't you become in the waking plane aware of the Stula Deha? Yes. In the same way, by the reduction of the Vasanas, when you transcend the Stula Deha Tadatmya, you will identify with or realize your Ativahika Deha. With an Ativahika Deha, you can travel everywhere. The Stula Deha is no more bondage. उसको यहाँ जगह रख दिया है, and like Shankar Bhagavan, 1 year he told his disciples to take care of his body. He was in the body of a king. He understood. And they traveled to all places in the Ativahika Deha Sthiti. Ativahika means other than the Stula Sharira. All inner things are there. The Sukshma Sharira, Antakarana, all of that. That is beyond time and place. Therefore, in minimum time to any place it can reach. Otherwise, where is that Brahma Loka? Where is Vaikuntha Loka? That we pray, the Vishnu comes from there. When the Gajendra prayed, Bhagwan was in that Vaikuntapura playing with the Mother Saraswati, Lakshmi, and he just came from there. How come this reached and he came in a minute's time and removed that crocodile and blessed that Gajendra? How come? So too our gurus. Like I am praying to Gurudev. His Dhula Deha is not there, no? Then if I believe that he is answering, he should answer me only through Ativahika Sthiti. He himself is in his Brahma Anubhava Sthiti. But because I pray to him for my sake to answer me, he will be taking some Ativahika Rupa to bless me. And that is the rule to all Jivan Muktas, all the avatars. Till the last individual there to remember you, you have to be available to them. Till the last person remembers Krishna, Krishna will be available. When nobody is there wanting Krishna, then Krishna totally merges in the pure consciousness. It's not he is no more available now. That's how all our Vedanta, Sukshma Granthas, Gurus guide. वहां तक जाने से पहले, just like I wake up from the dream and give up dream identity body, as I become fully aware of Sthula Deha, so too, when by reduction of vasanas, when I transcend Sthula Deha Tadatmya, I find myself to be Ativahika Deha, which is already now, but overpowered by Dehosmi, Sthula Deha Tadat. है ना, मेरा स्थूल देह है, इसके अंदर सूक्ष्म देह भी है ना, बट स्थूल देह तादात में ज्यादा होने के कारण आई एम नॉट एबल टू फील कॉन्स्पिक्यूअसली माई आतिवाहिक देह. When through asanas the Stula Deha Tadatma goes away, I become Sukshma Deha Tadatma Yukta Ativahika Dehi. Then that's also not goal. Our goal is the Chidakasha Anubhuti only. But he's just telling the process. The same thing in Taittiriya Upanishad, said in another language. That Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. And that also Veshti and Sameshti. Transcend from gross to the subtler and keep on merging in the total. Same thing in Mandukya said as the Omkaropasana. In the Akara Matra, merge your Sthula Sharira and Jagrada Avastha, उकार में सूक्ष्म शरीर and स्वप्नावस्था, मकार में कारण शरीर and सुषुप्ति अवस्था. Then merge I in U in Ma, and Ma merge in the Amatra. That Amatra is Turiya Sthiti. मांडुक्य पढ़ो या तैत्तरीय पढ़ो या ये वाला टेक्स्ट पढ़ो, हमें क्लैरिटी पाना है एंड वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड अवर साधना. कंटिन्यू टुमारो. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः. ओम शांति 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 ही. वंडरफुल chapter this is. Good reminder of other texts which we have gone through. Thank you. अब आना है तो आइएगा, तत्वमसि पढ़ेंगे.